trying to track buyers, basically I live in the Maroney.
Mm-hmm.
So just putting listings from Keller Williams agents in the area, trying to show the love for them too, picking people for my group. And, I'm getting the leads in. I ended up getting 6 of them so far today, and just calling the people and talking to them. I got one guy that, based off the fact that I used to be a musician, he's super into the music. So we've been actually talking back and forth about that all day. I mean, that sounds like the only really promising one so far. Some I'm calling, it's not valid numbers, and they're not answering or not getting back, but just trying to get in the process of finding the form of how to talk to the people once they're there. If they don't answer by phone, do I text next? Do I send an email?
Yeah.
Just working through it and,
Okay.
learning the process.
Yeah, we're going to cover all of that in class today. So how many leads in total have you got so far?
Off the one that started this morning, there's been 6 so far. If you count the one that I started about 5 days ago, it's 14 right now.
14. And what is your price per lead looking like?
What's that?
What's your price per lead look like?
Let me take a look. I got it open on the other screen. It is, I think, well, the first 2 ones, since it's only been a day, it's been like 30 cents for the one that I got 4 clicks on today. And I think it's like 50 cents for the other one. The one from last week was more like, it's up to like $3.
Okay.
Per each one.
Uh-huh. So it sounds like you're getting a little bit better at your ads then.
Yeah, it seems like this one. I mean, the first one too, I picked a house that was like $589,000 that I just thought was super cool. The other two, I put more like a mid-range, like 250, 290,000 type situation, and that might have something to do with it, or maybe it's the way I wrote them. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What's everybody else been noticing with their ads?
I've had some success with it. I get a lot of leads. My internet's a little slow. I was trying to pull up the numbers, but I've ran a lot of different ads. I find the ones with listings are getting the most leads and getting the most quality leads. And something that I had read a while back was that it's okay if your ads are mainly towards buyers and you're interested in listings, because a lot of these buyers need to sell a property. So I've been motivated to do it like that. I have come across the same kind of issues that Wallace has had in just terms of like some bogus numbers, some bogus addresses. But trying to follow up in other ways through Facebook, because clearly Facebook. So going through the messaging system and going that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And what kind of price per lead are you seeing?
Yeah, so I'm pulling that up right here. It looks like they've changed the campaigns dashboard today. I never clicked on dashboard. Maybe that's what it was. I'm looking at. Sorry, guys, it's still loading. For my cheap, it was about $6 per lead, and then $1. The one I have currently still rolling, it's $1.80 per lead, and I've got 6 leads from there.
Okay, good, not bad. Now, one of the ads that I had done was for a property in New Orleans, so like right by the country club. And then instead of targeting around 15-mile radius of New Orleans, what I did is I went and I looked at the referral area and said, okay, well, what areas are referring us the most amount of business? And I saw that actually Baton Rouge was. So I took that property and did everything that I would normally do with making an ad. And then I put it into Baton Rouge and marketed it there to get leads over here. Has anybody tried anything like that? Okay. Well, that is an idea to kind of look at the referral partners and see who's out there, what's going on, and having some fun with that. But so what I want to talk to you guys today about is knowing that with all the different leads that are coming in, of course, they're not all going to be the best leads in the world. And we need to be okay with that, but just realizing something is better than nothing. Can we agree on that? So when we were talking to, I see Therese is having a hard time hearing. It could be maybe your Wi-Fi is running a little slow. So yeah, it wasn't yesterday. It was Tuesday when we were talking with Tyler. He was telling us that his coach said, 50% of the leads, they're never going to buy anything. They're never going to do anything. So if we have 10 leads, we can assume that, okay, 5 of them are somewhat interested. 8% of them are going to be right now, and 42% of them are going to be someday. But what we've got to keep in mind is that as these leads are coming in, it could be that you're going to get those 5 right in a row that is just like crap, and then another crap lead, and then another crap lead, and then another crap lead. And if you gave up on that 5th one and said, I'm tired of this, I don't want to deal with any more people, it could be that very next one that says, yeah, actually, I am interested. Thank you for calling. I would definitely love to buy that $5 million property you posted. Which is actually can be the case. My friend Brad, his mom is a broker here in New Orleans, but he works over at the beach in 30A. And it was an internet lead that sold a $12 million house for him. So it can definitely happen. And you've got to treat all of them as if they actually are going to do something. But at the same time, don't just, give up on the first call. And conversely, don't call them for every day for 20 days straight, thinking you're going to squeeze some water out of that rock. So knowing when enough is enough. That's where I want to start with you guys is when I first get a lead that comes in, I want to, as soon as possible, reach out to them as quickly as I can. And what I'm going to do when I reach out to them is I want to go through something that's called the LP Mama. It's a funny name, but what it stands for is location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, appointment. So these are the steps that I want to go through when I'm qualifying a new lead. So when the lead first comes in, I want to give them a call, and I'll go through and ask them. And of course, I have a link for this that I can share with you guys. And it starts out with just, the property you're inquiring about is located in the Lower Garden District. Is that the only area you're interested in? And it starts to kind of go through and give you things to start talking to these people about and start to qualify them a little bit more to figure out, well, where in the pipeline do these people fit? Where do I need to be putting them? So let me right now share that link with you guys. So you have that. And with this, what you'll notice is the way that I wrote the LP Mama to share with you guys, it's designed to not necessarily work as a script. It's more dialogue geared, more towards, hey, let's just start to move in the right direction to figure out where we're going. And it'll help you decide, okay, well, then where do I need to put these people in my pipeline? I see Therese asks, so can we post listings that aren't ours? Yes, you can. You can take listings from your own website. And the reason why is on the website, no matter what listing it is, it's going to have that little note on the side that says, hey, this is a listing from, we'll just say Steve Richards at Ladder and Bloom. It'll have that little disclosure at the bottom on each listing inside of your website. And according to the president of the local realtor association, by their bylaws through the MLS, that, yeah, you can take that and you can advertise it without saying that it is yours. You can advertise the listing as long as when they click through on that page, it has that information that, hey, this listing is somebody else's. So to give you guys an example, I will share with you real quick what that looks like so you guys have an idea of what I'm talking about. So when I go to look at properties, I'll pull real quick. I guess not as quick. Oh, I was dreaming of the beach. I've already picked one out. This one's super great. And so basically this just goes to show you guys can show things from anywhere. This one is from my buddy CJ over at Scenic Sotheby's International Realty. And this is actually a super cool property. Sorry, I just get super excited about stuff. But so yeah, you can see as long as I could actually run an ad for that one, and knowing that Destin agents, I think it was 10% of the leads from Destin or from New Orleans to Destin. So that's the highest referral network right there. And the second one was like Sugarland, Texas, or something like that. So yeah, if you're interested in a property at the beach, you can definitely do referrals back and forth. That's totally cool. So I guess that's the longest way to answer your quick question. Yeah, you can definitely do that. And Wallace is saying that he'd gotten some leads around midnight, 6 a.m. If you're up, would you contact them, maybe message them? What would you do? So, that's a tough one. And the reason why I say it's a tough one is because, if you're up, you might as well just go ahead and reach out to them and give them a call. But at the same time, I don't really know, because it's been said that what we permit, we promote. So if I start off the conversation by talking to them at 6 in the morning or at midnight, then that kind of becomes the expectation going forward. And I haven't really set any ground rules for myself. So in as much as, yeah, I want to capture that, but I also don't want to kind of start off on the wrong foot and letting them think that, oh yeah, I can just call this guy whenever. So what I would say on that instance is we could definitely have some campaigns set up that can help reach out for us by sending an automated email and letting them know, hey, I'm going to be reaching out to you during normal business hours and we can talk, and going forward from there, just as long as you actually do it. So that's one of the things to keep in mind, is that when people are putting in their information, obviously some are serious. Some of them, you might get some fake information. It's definitely going to happen. But you want to make sure that you are treating all the leads as serious. Because on the other side of that computer is someone like myself, where I remember I was looking for, when I wanted to buy my new Maserati, I was actually, even with just the Beamer that I bought, I went through and found 3 of them across the country that I liked. And I filled out that same form, hey, I'm interested in this one, and sent it off. And first person never responded. Second one never responded. Third one, finally, the other one responded, and that's the one that I bought. And then a week after buying that one, I got an email back from the second person I'd sent a lead form to. And they're like, oh, hey, we'd love to help you out, blah, 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 like going on the whole thing. And I was like, well, no, sorry, I've already bought one. And that's happened with a few of the cars that I've purchased, is that you'll send those lead forms out. That's, hey, I'm interested in this. And I might be that number 6 lead. So they're already burnt out on the other 5 that turned out to not be real. And then that real one comes in and they ignore it. So I've been that ignored lead before, and it's not fun. So treat all of them as if they are real leads. Cool. Fair enough. And I posted a link to the LP Mama in the notes section. Can everybody see that? And I see that Troy is saying, do you recommend posting listings only on your Facebook business page? So here's the thing on how the ads section works in Facebook. Is when you create an ad, it's not actually creating a post, it's creating a sponsored ad. So it looks like a post, but when I go back through, it's not going to show on my page as a post. It's just going to be an ad that's out there. So I can actually create a post and it'll go to my business page, and then I can go into Facebook and sponsor that post, or I can just stick with what we have, go into here, create an ad, and send it out. If you're creating a post on your business page, you can share that then to your personal page. But in order to create a Facebook post for your personal page, you have to go to your personal page. You can't do it through Command. Command will only send them to a business page. So you can go to your business, or you can do an ad and it'll link to your business as well. I hope that kind of answers that question. He says, I'm sure, but I'm still having issues with the business page. Oh, Okay, well, we can talk about that again and try to figure something out. I know Jeffrey was trying to work with you on your business page. So what I want to talk to you guys about is I gave you the LP Mama. So what you want to do is call them, get them on the phone, and go through some of those things to figure out where you want to put them into your database. Now, if they don't answer, what I do is called a 7-day qualify smart plan. And this plan that I'm going to share with you is just one that I use. There's a million different plans out there, and you can have them any which way you want on what works best for you and what's going to get you the most amount of responses. So you can start with my plan and see if it works. You can edit it a little bit and see if that works for you. You can find a completely different one, or you can do nothing at all, which I don't recommend, but doing something. So let me share my screen with you guys. So here is my 7-day buyer qualify smart plan. So this breaks it down by day, event, and content. So on day 1, you can see that I'm going to call. I'll let it ring twice and hang up. Call them right back. If they answer, I'm going to go through the LP Mama. If they don't answer, I'm not leaving a voicemail, and I'm going to text them straight away. Is this Philip? And then after that, I'm going to send an email. Hey, Philip, this is Adam with Keller Williams Realty New Orleans. I received your inquiry from the Facebook. Do you have some time to chat for 90 seconds tomorrow at 10? And you can see I broke it down every single day. So every day, I'm going to do a call, text, and email. And I'm going to do that for 7 days. And so what I've done for you guys is I actually have a link for this as well. Where did I put that thing? Here we go. So this is the 7-day qualify plan that I have. And you guys can feel free to use it. Like I said, if you don't want to use it, that's fine. If you want to edit it, go ahead and do that. That's totally cool. What you want to do is just find what's working for you. I know when I was talking to Philip Eubank, for example, he was saying, oh, I'm using this, and it doesn't feel like me, or they're not responding to that. So him and I worked together a little bit and said, well, let's try something different. Let's try this. Let's go in this direction. If you guys were on the chat with Tyler on Tuesday, his first step is to FaceTime them. So he's not calling or texting. He's just doing a FaceTime. So you can totally do that and customize it to yourself on whatever you find is going to work best for you. So that's how everybody starts out. Is I'm going to be going through, and they all start into my command database as a lead. And if I connect with them, then that's when I'm going to go through the LP Mama. If I don't, then that's when they start on the 7-day plan. They'll stay on that 7-day plan until one of two things happens. Either 1, I connect with them, or 2, I drop them off the plan and just let them go. So let me share my screen with you and show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. So in my campaign, or sorry, in my contacts here, so I'll have a lead that comes in, and you can see that it's a lead because it'll be marked as that on here. And as soon as it loads, we'll just wait here until it gets there. Oh, come on. Work faster. I've got kids waiting for me. Almost there. Maybe not. Ah, there we go. Getting closer. I guess that's part of the whole thing, is we just got to hurry up and wait, huh? So I'll just continue on, I guess. So in here, there we go. So you'll see, like right here, I've got a lead. And this is a lead that came from she came from the Irish Channel buyers campaign that I did. And what I'll do is she'll be on a 7-day campaign because I gave her a call didn't answer, sent her a text, didn't answer, sent her an email, didn't answer. Fine, she goes right onto the campaign. Now, if I do talk with her, and what I want to do is I want to go through here and edit the sales pipeline. And instead of captured, I want to say that I connected with her. So I'll change her to connected. So we've chatted, we had a conversation, and I've worked with her. Now, if I've connected with her and she says, you know what, Adam, I'm interested in buying, and I'm interested in buying in the next 30 days. Well, what I want to do is I want to go into opportunities. Whoops, I don't. I want to go back into her and create an opportunity. So what I'm going to do is start an opportunity with her. We'll say she's looking to buy. Estimated close date. We'll say whenever, it doesn't really matter because it's just an example. Commission rate, 6%, because why not? And she's going to start in the cultivate phase. Now, in the cultivate phase, you're going to see that there's 3 different things. There's watch, nurture, and hot. So I'm going to go ahead and create this opportunity. I'm going to go into here. So in my opportunities, you'll see that I have her in here. Now, the way that I break them down is after I go through the LP Mama and figure out, okay, well, what's kind of their timeline to buy? So I use it as hot is basically if they're going to be buying within the next 30 to 60 days. So they have more of an immediate need. I'm going to put them here under hot. If they're about, maybe 60 to 90 days, within the next quarter or so, they're going to be buying something, I'm going to have them in the nurture category. Now, if it's a little bit longer, if it's going to be 90 to somewhere towards the end of the year, so within the next year, they're going to be buying, I'm going to put them in the watch category. And what I want to focus on is if you see these numbers right here, so there's a 5% chance of this closing. There's a 7% chance of this closing, and a 10% chance of this closing. So we haven't gotten to an appointment yet. This is just somebody that I want to keep my finger on until we start to move along. So to give you an example of what this looks like is I could just say, all right, well, if I have 20 people in my watch category, I could expect there's going to be about one deal out of this. And if I had 20 people in the nurture, that's about 1.5 deals. And if I had 20 people in the hot category, that's about 20 deals that I can potentially expect from there. And what I want to do is keep them moving along. So with Denise, if her timeline comes up a little bit sooner from when we're talking, then I'm going to move her to here and then move her to here until she finally says, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do a buyer consultation, and I'm going to move her to an appointment. So when I see an appointment, you just keep dragging them along. Okay, well, let's go ahead and schedule it. We've got it done. Once we have it on the books and she actually kept the appointment, I'm going to move her along and keep going in that direction. Is all this making sense for you guys so far? Cool, great. So that's what I want to do. Now, if I'm going through and I'm talking to one of these new leads and they don't fall within that category, they're not looking to buy in 30 days, 90 days, in the next year. They're really just kicking tires. And I talk to a lot of people like this. They say, I just saw the house. It looked really cool. All I want to do is a little bit of information. Cool. That's totally fine. What this system does is it's going to set you up on an e-alert. And what that means is that when there's new properties that come to the market that meet the same criteria as that, they'll be sent out to you. And since you're just kicking tires and we're playing pretend, I like to play pretend, let's go ahead and do it. Like if you could wave your magic wand and have the perfect property, what would that look like? Describe that to me a little bit. And I want to make sure that every base is set up on some kind of property search. What does that look like? Monique, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Let me share that with you. So in the contacts, let's go pick this guy here. I heard he's really cute. I'm going to go over to saved search. And right here, I want to create a saved search for myself. So I can put a title in here and say, and then go through and then fill out all this information. And as properties that match my criteria come to the market, I'm going to automatically get an alert about that. So I want to make sure that everybody that I've connected with has some kind of search at a very minimum set up on them or on their contact. Now, with people that I've connected with and they have no timeline, I'm going to keep them in there, make sure I'm on a search, and I'm also going to add them to a my 36 touch campaign, because that's the future business. Just because they're not looking to buy immediately doesn't mean that I should just kick them out. It means that, hey, it costs nothing for me to keep them on a campaign and keep working with them. And then also with your 36 touch campaign is you can add things in there and you can send them, as you talk to them once a quarter, start to develop it a little bit more and keep nurturing that relationship until, who knows, maybe next year they're ready to buy, or maybe in 7 years they're ready to buy. So it's that future money that you're kind of banking on as you're building up your portfolio. Because like I showed you before, is if you have 20 people in your watch category, yeah, it might be a year from now, but you're watching those people and you're slowly working with them to kind of grow more from there. Now, if I have a lead that comes in, they go through the 7-day qualify, and I've never been able to connect with them, then I'm not going to check them as connected. I'm not going to waste any more time on them. I'm just going to drop them down to just a regular, anything that's electronic. So they're just going to get a search. They'll just get whatever kind of emails, but I'm not going to waste my time sending them Christmas cards, or I'm not going to waste my time on a quarterly campaign. I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just going to leave it down there and not worry about it at all. And additionally, if I get on the phone with somebody, I'm on the phone with Tina and we're chit-chatting back and forth, and I realize I don't like this lady, I don't want to work with her, then I don't have to. I can just leave it and just say, hey, I'm going to drop that down, put them on a 36 touch and let them run, and just ignore them. Or I might realize, you know what? Tina wasn't very nice. We didn't vibe very well, but I think Monique would get along with her really well. I'm going to refer her over. And so I can capture that deal and then refer it over. And you know what? Tina gets that all the time. I'm still going to make $1 off of it because I spent the time to get the lead. I'm going to send it over to Monique and say, hey, here you go. You can work with this girl. Just give me 25% when you're done. Give me 20% when you're done. Give me 50% when you're done. It really doesn't matter. Or you can just leave it in the in your system, and when you hire a new assistant, well, then you can say, hey, here's a stack of leads that didn't work with me, they didn't answer, I didn't like them. They might like you, they might answer for you. Go through there and get it figured out. But don't stress over it, because once again, 50% of them are never going to do anything. So don't worry about that. That's why we got to keep throwing our fishing nets out there and pulling people in. So that's the whole thing on how I break it all down and how I qualify them. And if I can't qualify them, put them on a campaign until I can qualify them, and then where I put them into my database. So what kind of questions do you guys have? Cool. No questions.
Can you show us real quick how to do that auto email thing that you mentioned? Like if a message came in later, is that through command, or would that be through an email service?
Yeah, that is going to be through command. That's going to be part of the smart plans. I'm going to go over here. Well, here, smart plans. And I started so this is my Facebook ad nurture campaign. So I can go in here and edit it. And what you can do is take this 7-day campaign that I posted in the chat, and you can actually start right here by saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what's going to happen. So the first thing would be, if I don't have an SMS or MMS connected, I wouldn't do that. I could just say, we'll start a task. But yeah, this first one would be an email. So I'll put an email on here, and I'll go to my 7-day buyer qualify. And this is the first email. I'll copy that. Go right in here and paste it there. So I can build out this whole thing. And then right here, I can say, all right, oops. So the next thing will be a delay. Let's say that I want to wait 1 day, and then I'll make a call. And then right here, I can say, go back to my 7-day qualify, and I'll make a call. But this is what I want to do. Is I can call them, don't do anything, don't answer, or go through the LP Mama. And I can start building out this whole campaign. And on this first thing, if I don't like something, then I can change whatever it is. If I don't like 90 seconds, if I want 60 seconds, or if I just don't like how it sounds, I can change all of that. And you can see these parts right here where I've added agent signature. I'm going to delete that out because I'm going to want to put this information in here. So that's how you build a quick smart plan for something like this. Once they're all done, then you can say, hey, add them to a smart plan at the end, which might include, if I wanted to add them to smart plans, I'll click it twice. When this is done, I'll add them to a quarterly call campaign, and I'll add them to a birthday campaign or a holiday campaign. Because as soon as the lead comes in, I want to make sure that they're already on a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture campaign. And I want to make sure that I also have them on like their saved search set up as well. So I make sure I have both of those things set up. Cool?
Cool, thanks. Yep.
Awesome. What other questions do you guys have? Let's see in the chat. Did you have any success with Baton Rouge? Philip Lomid, that's a good question to ask Philip Eubank. I got, I think, 6 leads from that one. But since Philip Eubank was paying for them, I just sent them over to him. So I don't know what he got from it, but it was a property that was like 4.5 million. Let me go and see. I had 7 clicks. It was about $1.43 per lead. And let's see, with the save searches, why do we have the MLS? Good question. So you can use the MLS for your save searches if that's what you like. I personally like to use our system for save searches. While it's not the best, I'll be honest, it's not. But what I want to do is making sure that I am doing something to continually keep in touch with people. And so what I realized is, as I'm going through and working with buyers, I can't think of one person. No, actually, I can't think of one. She was really sweet. One person actually bought a condo from one of those saved searches. Everybody else just said, hey, thanks for sending those. That's great. But here's a list of the properties that I found. So I want to make sure that if I am sending them saved searches, it's not that they're going to click on that and say, yes, I want to buy this one. But it reminds them, hey, we're still looking for something. Adam still has a great website. They'll click on it. They'll go through and find what they want and then text me and say, hey, I saw this one. Or they'll send me screenshots of it. Hey, let's go and check this one out. So it's not necessarily that I'm banking on getting a sale from the saved search. It's really just an additional touch to kind of help me out. Lana, yes, this is recorded. So it'll be on YouTube, I would hope later today. Setting up those smart plans looks like an entire class. MJ, I think you're right. We'll go ahead and set up a class for that. I would say before we set up a class, you can go ahead and play around with it a little bit. But yeah, I can show you exactly how to set one of those up later. Cool. What other questions do you guys have before we wrap up for today? Nothing. Wow. I guess I did a good job. Knocked it out of the park then, huh? All right. Well, so if there's no other questions, then we'll go ahead and finish. I am going to upload this to YouTube. If you guys don't know, we do have a YouTube channel, so make sure you go to it and like and subscribe. I'm also going to be putting a link to the LP Mama in there, which you guys already have it here in the chat, but if you lose it, I'll also put a link to my 7-day buyers qualify smart campaign. we'll have that in there as well. And of course, if you guys do have any questions, you can call, text, or email at any time, and I'll be here to help you guys. So enjoy your weekend and party hard. See you guys later.